Do you want to make beautiful crafts using dried pumpkin stems? I think yes, because they're beautiful. So I how to so easily do this, and I'm going to use 4 different types of pumpkins so you can see my approach with each. Let's get started. Any kind of pumpkin or gourd stem will work for this, and I'm going to show you how to dry them so easily so that you can actually use them same day. Show you how to dry pumpkin stems. I have a bunch of them right here. Look how cool that is, that I already dried. There are all different kinds of pumpkins. I'm gonna do 3 different types today. The one that I can't stand but has beautiful stems, the knucklehead. He is a knucklehead. Another example of the knucklehead, these bumps just make it impossible to get the stem off without breaking. So I'll show you how I do it, and most of the time it works. Don't know what this guy is, but he's basically like a standard little orange pumpkin, cute stem. And my favorite, because it's so darn easy to work with, is this guy who's the Blaze. Trader Joe's has pumpkins for very inexpensive, so I recommend going there. These came from Produce Junction, which is like a regional, I guess you call them like a wholesaler of foods, fruits, vegetables, things like that. But especially now that we're getting a bit closer to Halloween, prices have gone down, which is great. So, easiest, the Blaze. Love these stems, especially for any of the velvet or suede pumpkins. Super cute, kind of curly. Typically with breaking these off, you can always use a knife and kind of use the knife to get under it. It goes under so easy. Like typically, I don't even use the knife on this one. On this type of a pumpkin, what I'll do is I just put pressure at the base with my thumbs. I'll go ahead and not even finish cutting it. And a little bit of pressure. And then it literally just pops right off, like almost perfectly clean. And then you can take this outside and just use it as like a stacking pumpkin. So the front of my house right now is just covered in pumpkins without stems, and I kind of just stack them up and have a good time with them so they still get use. Blaze, I can just get them off before it goes in. So, I mean, this guy, so easy. I don't even think I need to cut him, truthfully, feeling how, yeah. Done. Easy. It's the knuckleheads that drive me nuts. I left a little bit of pulp there. You can cut it off, pick it off. It is gonna dry when it's in the oven. And typically what I'll do is once everything comes out, I personally like to just sand down to make it a bit smoother for the crafting surface, but it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want. And you're putting it right on the sheet. So old baking sheet, I use it for crafts. I'm not even covering it with anything. I just am throwing these right onto the sheet. So the knuckleheads, do I dare move over to this one? Okay, I thought about it. I'm gonna do a knucklehead. As I said, I love these stems. They're the best stems by far, but I have stopped buying them because the stems can be so annoying trying to get off. However, they were on sale today at the Produce Junction. So, knucklehead stems. Knife. I'm gonna just go ahead and kind of work my knife in. Sometimes I'll even cut off like any of these popcorny bumps that are pretty close to the stem if I want to, but let's try and see if we can avoid that. So I'm gonna work my knife rather, like under the stem as much as I can. On these guys, I don't even try and sacrifice the flesh, I don't even try and save the flesh rather. Let it go. Under, under, under. Kind of trying to follow a little bit of like the natural pattern of the stem because I think it's going to help to pry it off a bit easier when we get to that point, but I'm just digging the knife in, moving all the way around, and then I'll kind of test it and see, like, are we close to coming off? Probably not because these guys are awful, but we'll see. Oh, and there it goes. Stems off. It's beautiful. So that's pretty much it. And once I have all of the stems ready to go, 200 degrees, in the oven on the old sheet. I don't let them touch. About 2 to 3 hours. Somebody like this, so that this is like a blaze stem pumpkin, 2 hours, perfect, done. Anybody who is gonna fall on that thicker side, so like this guy here, I would probably keep him in for closer to 3. You really wanna make sure, you'd rather have it be like over dried than under dried, and at 200 degrees, you're not gonna risk burning or anything. It's just gonna get dried out because you don't want it to mold. So that's it. Have fun drying your stems, and I'll see you guys later. So like I said, super easy. You can use any type of pumpkin or gourd. Just be really careful when you're getting the stems off. Maybe for the first like one, use the stem that's your least favorite in your bunch. And don't get rid of your Halloween pumpkins without drying your stems, because you can use them even next year or for Thanksgiving crafts. There's use there. Please subscribe below. Just click that button. Visit me on Instagram at Let's Do a Craft. And of course, I also have my Etsy shop. And we will be announcing next Monday, so just under a week, what our November virtual craft is going to be. So you don't want to miss that. We'll have a virtual craft night, and you can join in to craft along. Take care, be well, and enjoy drying your pumpkins.